This is The Scoop for Friday.
I'm Josh Holton with the WMNF News headlines. Inmate James Ford was put to death by lethal injection last night for the 1997 murders of a couple in Charlotte County, according to the Florida Department of Corrections. Information posted on the department's website said the execution was carried out at 6:19 p.m. Ford, 64 years old, was the first inmate executed in Florida this year. Ford received 2 death sentences in the murders of Greg and Kimberly Malnery at a Charlotte County sod farm where he and Greg Malnery worked. Governor Ron DeSantis on January 10th signed the death warrant, and the U.S. Supreme Court on Wednesday rejected a final appeal, clearing the way for the execution. Ford's attorneys contended that he had the mental and developmental age of a 14-year-old when he committed the murders, though he was 36 at the time. The attorneys tried to draw a connection with Roper versus Simmons, a U.S. Supreme Court case that barred executing defendants under 18 years of age at the time of their crimes. Crisis Center of Tampa Bay's TransCare Medical Transportation Division has launched a new community paramedicine program. The program provides free support to those struggling with substance abuse disorder. WMNF's Noah Vinsky reports.
The Crisis Center of Tampa Bay's TransCare Medical Transportation Division has launched a new community paramedicine program. The program provides free support to those struggling with substance use disorder. Those enrolled in the program will receive daily doses of buprenorphine, a drug commonly used to assist those recovering from opioid addiction. Individuals will also receive daily visits from a paramedic while waiting to be accepted into an opioid recovery center. The paramedic will remain in contact with the individual while they're in recovery. Community paramedic Cameron Pelzel says he is focused on guiding people through the withdrawal process.
I will see you every single day, wherever you are, and that's typically between 1 and 7 days to provide treatment and check on your medical well-being.
TransCare is a service offered by the Crisis Center and provides basic life support, ambulance services, and behavioral transportation. Noah Vinsky, WMNF News.
Wrecked or sunken boats and other marine vessels can cause environmental hazards to marine life and pose threats to public safety. WMNF's Chris Young reports state legislators met yesterday to speak with the Florida Fish and Wildlife Conservation Commission about these derelict vessels.
The FWC's Deputy Director, Lieutenant Colonel Rob Rowe, fielded questions from legislators at a House subcommittee meeting. Democratic Representative Allison Tant asked Rowe about the timeline for cleanup for derelict vessels, marine vessels in disrepair.
I was in Bradenton for a wedding towards the end of the year, and there were several vessels in the water, with partially upside down, this obviously from Hurricane Milton that hadn't been picked up.
And Rowe responded.
It usually happens between 3 to 6 months. This year is a little different because we've had several hurricanes back to back.
Rowe says recent additional staffing means they're getting more shipwreck boats out of the water than ever before. But he also says certain counties are prioritized and some counties have more resources available than others. Chris Young, WMNF News.
Governor Ron DeSantis signed 2 immigration reform bills yesterday, just hours after lawmakers voted the measures off the floor. Regan McCarthy reports the legislation represents a compromise between DeSantis and the Republican-controlled legislature after the two sides reached a stalemate with dueling immigration proposals.
DeSantis signed the legislation as House Speaker Daniel Perez and Senate President Ben Albriton smiled at his side. The governor calls the measures a team effort.
I absolutely anticipate other states will follow what Florida has done as we move forward in the weeks and months ahead. We are ahead of the curve on ending the illegal immigration crisis. We didn't just sit on our hands. We got to work. We hashed it out. And we've got a great product going forward.
The package includes a plan to create an immigration enforcement board made up of members of the Florida cabinet. The bills also remove the ability for undocumented students to receive in-state tuition, create stiffer penalties for crimes committed by undocumented immigrants, and make it a crime for undocumented people to enter the state. The measures are meant to position the state to support President Donald Trump's crackdown on illegal immigration. For WFSU News, I'm Regan McCarthy in Tallahassee.
Today will be cloudy with highs around 81, and tonight will be mostly clear with lows in the upper 60s. Partly cloudy weather expected tomorrow with highs around 85. I'm Josh Holton with the WMNF News headlines.
This is The Scoop, recorded at WMNF Tampa.